So what is a Lumen print and how do we make it? Well, hello, welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim Jones. Today what we're going to be looking at is Lumen printing. And exactly what is Lumen printing and how do we actually make Lumen prints? Now, bit of a change. We are actually going to put away my big Pro 1000 here. We're not actually going to be printing through like a conventional kind of digital printing or inkjet printing. We're going back to alternate process and looking at Lumen printing specifically. So what is a Lumen print? Now, it's just made by using sunlight and a piece of photographic darkroom paper. There's no chemicals involved. Now, all we do is expose our subject to light on top of the photographic paper and leave it for a period of time, a long period of time, generally up to about an hour if you're in the sun, or those times can get a little bit shorter if you've got a UV light box as well. Now, can we use the Photogram technique, which is kind of putting things on top of photographic paper so it blocks the sun so we get these scenes coming through. But we can also use digital negatives and actually print our photographs using this technique. Now, the problem with Lumen printing is it's not really a permanent process. We've got two choices. Once we've made our print, we can either scan it or take a picture of it and then kind of digitally fix the print, or we can actually put it through a photographic fix. But that does change the colour and changes the tone of the picture as well. But I'll show you both in this video. Now, before we get started and go through kind of what we need to do Lumen prints and how we go about it, please don't forget to subscribe. Just click that subscribe button at the bottom. And also, please give us a thumbs up as well. Stick around to the end of the video because I've got a discount code that will give you 15% off all Fotospeed papers on photospeed.com. Okay, so let's dive in and have a look at what we actually need to make a Lumen print. So what do we need to make Lumen prints? Really, it's quite a very simple process. All we generally need is some photographic paper. I'm using our Fotospeed RCVC paper and the Oyster because I just quite like it. I don't really like the glossy look. So I'm using A3 as well, just for video, so it's nice and big, but you can use other sizes as well. It gives you 7x5s and things as well. So you don't have to go this big. Okay, so that's the first thing we need. So let's just put that to one side. The other thing that is very useful to have and quite useful to kind of make things a little bit easier for you is a contact frame like we have here. Now, we sell these at Fotospeed and basically it is a frame with a piece of glass in that you can put your paper in and you can put your negative and everything in first, or your flowers or kind of whatever you're going to be using. And then basically you can put it down and put this in the sun and it will expose. The good thing about using one of our contact frames is you've got a little hole or kind of a viewing flap at the top here. So what you can do is you can have a look and just check your exposure. But also you can use this for cyanotypes and salt printing and agyrotypes as well. So really useful bit of kit. And like I said, I'll put a link in the description on these so you can have a look and see. And that, apart from our subject, be it a digital negative or kind of flowers or kind of an object that we're going to be using for photograms, is really all we need. There is a little bit of an optional thing, which is a fix. Now, I've got our FX30 here, but other fixes are available. I'll put a link in the description as well on this one. This is the odorless fix, so it's nice. It doesn't smell too badly either. But this will actually fix the picture for us if we wanted to kind of preserve that and have it on display. Now, the problem is when you fix it, it does change how the print looks a little bit. But we'll have a look at that later. I'm going to show you before and after the fixing process. And it's down to personal taste, to be honest, in which one you prefer. So we'll have a look at that. We'll put that to one side for the moment because what we want to do is actually get outside and actually make a Lumen print. So before we jump outside, what I want to do is I'm just going to arrange some flowers. So I'm going to do a kind of a photogram kind of technique with this. So I'm just going to put some flowers and some petals and some little bits, just some little cuttings I got from the garden, just around my contact frame. And then very simply what I'm going to do is just put the piece of photographic paper on top. And that will hopefully create me a lovely photogram to have a look at. So I'm, like I said, just going to put these kind of a bit random, not really thinking about kind of where they are and what they're doing. Perhaps I'm going to swap these around a little bit, just kind of very kind of, like I said, quite random, to be honest. Just pop them around. And then what we're going to do is we are going to get our sheet of photographic paper. Now, usually we say never take photographic paper out to put kind of in the light, but with Lumens we're breaking those rules. So we're just going to get this piece of paper and put it on the top like that, and it fits my contact frame perfectly. And then just pop the frame back and just put all the clips down so everything is there. And then we have our scene, should we say, ready to expose. Okay, so here we have our scene. Now it doesn't worry too much that I'm probably already exposing this picture because it's quite bright up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this outside and put it in a nice sunny space, and hopefully it will expose. Now I'm going to leave it for about 45 to 50 minutes. Just going to have a go and check, and then we'll hopefully see what things come out like. So let me go and pop this outside, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here is the exposed print. Now, it was a really bright day today, so I actually left it for about 20 minutes. So as you can see though, around parts of the flowers you start to see this darkening and different shades coming in on the photographic paper. So actually what it's done is self-developed in the sun, which is fantastic. So what I need to do is just get this out of the frame, take all the flowers off, and then we'll actually have a look at the finished print. Okay, so let's get it out of the frame and then take all the flowers off, and we'll actually see what we've got. Okay, so I've taken it out, and here is the finished print. Now, if I leave this in the sun, this will go completely. It will just go a horrible brown, and it will just expose over the top. So we've got a couple of options. What I tend to do is to actually re-photograph this with a camera. Just place it down, put the camera over the top, and just photograph it. And that would digitally fix this for you. But we do have another option, but it will change how this looks. So if you like the look of this, then probably the digital way is the best way to do it. However, if you want to kind of fix this and kind of make it permanent so you can frame it and put it on the wall, then you'll need to use the chemical fix, the FX30, which is what I'm going to do now, so we can have a look at it and see the differences between the two. So here is the finished print, all fixed and lovely. Now, all I did for this was make up a bath of fixing solution using the FX30, put it in there for around 5 minutes, and then just give it a good wash so all the fix is off, and then we have our fix. Now, you'll see that there is a difference. It has changed. There's not so much colour in here, and it's lost a little bit of kind of the halos and things around here. So I'll put both of them up on screen and you can have a compare and see which you prefer. There is no right or wrong. So have a look, go through them and have a look and just experiment, to be honest, and see which you prefer. So of course, once you get the file into the computer, that scan or that digital file, what you can do then is, of course, you can kind of have a play with it and play with the highlights and shadows and split toning and things like that to create a desired look for you. So the opportunities with Lumen prints are endless. However, I find it quite therapeutic and quite nice, the whole process of it, of taking a sheet of paper, taking it out and exposing it. There's not really any chemicals needed if you're going to rephotograph it or scan it. like I said, only a fix at the end just to fix it and make it permanent. So it is a lovely process and something you can do at home. Like I said before, all you need is darkroom paper, some objects as well. Now, you can use digital negatives as well, so experiment with that. Now, instead of putting the things on top of the paper, you just put your digital negative and expose it. So a really versatile technique, and you can create some beautiful kind of prints coming off the printer. So I hope that's been useful, and I hope it's given you something to play, because as you can tell, it's absolutely boiling today. The sun is out. So I thought we don't want to be stuck inside using our digital prints and kind of printing in that way. We want to get out and make some lovely sun prints and some Lumen prints, and to actually look at the alternate process. Now, we do have a whole month dedicated to alternate processes coming up. So we will look at the cyanotype, the salt printing, the Lumen printing, and the agarite printing. So please stay tuned for that. It's going to be fantastic. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Also, if you wanted some discount on some papers and things to try out Lumen prints, or to just do some more digital printing, use the voucher code FSYouTube15, and this will give you 15% off Fotospeed papers at photospeed.com. So until next time, have an amazing week, and I will see you next Thursday. So until then, bye bye.